YouTube, DubDigital. Welcome back. Crypto news, macro trends. Today we got Kyber network BTC pair by popular demand. Everyone loves them some Kyber network, so let's get into it. Kyber, by the way, guys, just my thoughts on the project. I think it's awesome. I think DEXs, decentralized exchanges, are awesome. Anytime you want to trade and sell things and no one can stop you, it's awesome. It's just awesome. Kyber network's awesome. Fundamentals aside, let's get into the TA. So right here, guys, I'm all zoomed out. I'm all zoomed out so you can see the asset. Look, this thing dropped like a stone. Why? Released towards the bear market. Majority of its life, it's been in a downward trending crypto market. So don't look at this chart like Kyber is a failure. Technically, they've been delivering on their product like nobody else. But technically, the chart looks a little different. If you don't have the forefront knowledge, you would never know. That's why you subscribe to my channel. Welcome. I love you guys. Welcome. Enough messing around aside. I drew like 3 trend lines for this asset. One from almost each one of the peaks. This one, it's kind of hard to do the first because it dropped like a stone like this, but this is where I start to see like some area of support. Then from the top, the second top, and the third top. As we see here, this will cause Kyber some difficulty when it's trying to break out of its multi-year consolidation in this triangle pattern here. Right now, like I like to say, hopefully I'm coining the phrase. I don't know if it exists or not, but I hope I'm making it exist. Through the eye of a needle. I see these triangle patterns, I love them. They go and get squeezed through this eye of a needle. It's not too hard to see, and I made it pretty clear for you guys, that this is a perfectly horizontal line, this dotted gray line on the bottom. This is going to show you that no, we are not in a bear market. Kyber network is not in a bear market. It's in a uptrending market. How do I know that? We just look at this line here, and if it was a sideways trending market, it would be flat. The bottom trend line of this pattern would be flat. If it was a bear market, it'd be going down perpetually. Look, obvious inflection here into what I think is a steepening of the bottom trend line to steeper and steeper bottom trend lines, but I only have this as a dotted idea because it hasn't occurred yet. The day is short, the week is short, things can happen, but so just from a macro view, we see Kyber network changing its bottom trend line like a cruise ship, a big old cruise ship. It takes a couple miles to make a U-turn. That's what's happening here. That's what happens when you have trends that last long times. Everything has an equal and opposite reaction. So long time to form the trend, long time to change the trend. It's not weird, it's not out of the ordinary. It just takes longer than some people like to wait. In trading, it's beautiful. You can make money waiting. Investing, you can make money waiting. You have more patience than some people. You have some more emotional control than some people. You can make money off of some people. Always remember that. So look, it's been kind of like a stepping up a ladder. So these pink areas, guys, are what I drew as far as areas of resistance. You can see it by just looking in the past, right? Where did the graph get all squiggly? That means buying and selling happened like a lot, right? Those are the areas where buying and selling will probably happen again. It's reasonable to assume that. So these pink areas identify those. As you can see, when you zoom up in this recent price action since June to currently for Kyber network, we'll see, yeah, there's a lot of buying and selling happening. That's what all this chop is. Buying and selling, buying and selling. We entered this first resistance zone as we thought we might have some trouble. We did. Got some chop. Broke through that pretty easily, went up and touched the very, very top resistance point, got shot down aggressively, and then we consolidated below all of these resistance points, and each one identifying a top of the asset's price action. Consolidated above, try to break above again, denied, bang, 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 right back into the resistance area, and then we're going through that chop again. Always know where the price drops, why it dropped there. The only time a price hovers is because people are actively buying it up. Wherever people actively buy prices up gives you information, gives you insight to know that they think the asset is inherently valuable at X price that they buy it at. It happened here, it happened here again. Markets have memory. And as time went on, the drops got less severe. And I noticed, and I drew this as an idea, this trend line here, to indicate that maybe now Kyber network is now increasing the rate at which its price is rising. And that's what these bottom trend lines pretty much translate. This price increase was less than potentially this. This will potentially be less than the one coming after it. so on and so forth, until you get into a vertical fever pitch. And then the pattern dies out, big correction, people get all scared, they say they shouldn't have done this, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. You can look at this as a risk or an opportunity. It all depends in your mind, not financial advice. Y'all are adults. So check this out. Basically, I drew these resistance, and the chart's been reacting to these resistance areas as a chop has indicated. We get the chop from the resistance area, chop from the trend lines from the top, chop from the resistance area, and then it looked like we did a resistance support flip. Actually, no, hasn't done it yet. But what I see and imagine this asset to do is to keep chopping up, keep fighting in between these things, and coiling, and coiling. What you want to watch though, guys, you want to watch it respect this trend line here. If it respects this trend line, all this chop doesn't really mean much because it's trending within a range but constricting within that same range, which means that it's ultimately still going to be moving up towards these top trend lines. So it's going to coil like that. Bang. If it's to break below this trend line, and I don't know if it will, we looked below it once, then that just means this pattern will take longer to play out. A Kyber network is not a flash in the pan, guys. It's a legit project. It's one of the most legit projects in the crypto space right now. One of the most successful. Alright, so that's basically what I have on this one. Pretty quick here. But I think that we're about to start entering an exponential phase in Kyber network. Again, because it took us time to get down on the floor here, guys, it's going to take some time to fight and regain these price points. You know, look at all this buying and selling occurring. It's going to boom, boom. But the good thing is, guys, look, there's only like 2 resistance points, 3 resistance points until price discovery. So when this thing finally gets going, and it had a good run a while ago, but once it gets going again, I don't know if it's going to take too long to just get nuts. Again, that last part is speculative, but it's true. It's true. These coins that grew up in the bear market or right before the bear market never had a chance. We really don't know what these things are supposed to cost in my mind. That's something to chew on. But more importantly, guys, I'm DubDigital. Crypto news, macro trends. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.